Alrighty, folks, happy Wednesday morning to you. Got to give a quick shout out to my chairman members on my premium page because they cashed in on 4 more premium selections on my premium page yesterday on Tuesday. We had the Nuggets, Suns, Diamondbacks, and a 2-team parlay in the NHL. We cashed in on all of them, and the only way you could have accessed all of those winners is to join my full access, all-inclusive chairman package. Chairman members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my chairman podcast, absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. Now, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here with the free videos and what I do on my premium site. Well, what I do here on the free video is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side, and total. And what I do on my premium site is I actually share with you which one of these free plays I actually like the best. Now, guys, we're 3-0 in our last 3 Underdog membership package plays, 2-0 in our last couple of crowd pleaser teasers, and finally, folks, we're hitting at 70% in our last 10 chairman package picks in that membership alone. And the good news is I have plays going off in all of those packages here today. It's patreon.com/BrockPage. If you're watching here on TikTok, the link is in my bio. And if you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description section below. With that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. Got a really good slate of games here today, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take a look at the Hawks at the Hornets, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Charlotte. Atlanta's the 3-point favorite on the road. Totals 236.5. Wesley Matthews is out for the Hawks. Cody Martin inactive for the Hornets. We saw a half-point move toward the Hawks in the early wagering. 1.5-point move toward the over as well. So once again, Atlanta opened 2.5 up to 3. Total opened 235 up to 236.5. And I do agree with the line move on this one. I think Trae Young continues to improve. He averaged over 26 points a game last season, along with double-digit assists. And I actually look for him to do more here this year. I think he's going to elevate his game even more, at least scoring-wise. Now, for the Hornets on the other side, I just don't think they're there yet. Probably some more growing pains here again this year. Give me Atlanta -3 over 236.5. All right, next game, Wizards-Pacers, 7 o'clock East. Indiana's the 5.5-point favorite, totals 235. And we did see all kinds of movement on both the side and the total in this one. It was a 2-point move toward the Wizards, believe it or not, and a 2-point move toward the over. Once again, Indy opened 7.5, down to 5 and a hook. Total open 233 up to 235 flat. And when it comes to that total, I'm not sure the Wizards are going to be able to do enough to help put this one over. Plus, right out of the gate, Johnny Davis, Landry Shamet, and Anthony Gill, they are not expected to suit up in this one. Give me the Pacers -5.5 under 235. Next matchup should be a tough physical game here. Celtics and Knicks, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Boston's -3 on the road. Totals 223.5. And pretty good two-way action on this total here. We did see it move a 0.5 point up and down, but we are back at that original opening number of 223.5. And when it comes to the spread, we did see a 0.5 point move toward Boston. Now, I love the Celtics core group of guys here. Jason Tatum's coming off another monster season. He averaged over 30 points a game in the regular season, nearly double-digit boards. And, of course, they're facing a Knicks team who I just don't think they're going to be able to do enough on offense to, help run with these guys. Knicks very sound defensively, but I just don't think they're going to be able to score enough points or do enough shooting-wise. Give me Boston -3 under 223.5. Next matchup, Rockets, Magic, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Orlando's -4.5 at home, totals 221. Kevin Harris is out for the Magic. Gary Harris is questionable. But regardless of those injuries I just mentioned, we did see a 1.5-point move toward Orlando and the under in this one. Orlando opened 3, up to 4.5. Total opened 222.5, down to 221 even. And even though I do agree with the line move on the total, I'm not sure I can back the squares on the side. Give me Houston plus 4.5, under 221. Next matchup, Cavaliers Nets, 7:30 Eastern tip-off. Cleveland is the 1-point favorite away from home. Totals 219.5. And even though they are on the road, I do like Cleveland in this spot here. I'm not overly enthusiastic about the direction this Brooklyn franchise is going at the moment. And even though Darius Garland is listed as questionable with a hammy for Cleveland, the markets haven't overreacted to that. So I think that means he's going to suit up. We kind of had a similar read last night on the Suns game with the status of D-Book. The injury reports were actually indicating that he was struggling with that toe injury. Some were even hinting that he might not suit up. But the markets weren't responding to that info. So I think we're dealing with a similar situation here with Garland. I'm very optimistic he's suiting up because we didn't see the markets react to the injury. Now, you're not going to see Jared Allen. He's been battling an ankle injury, although, that's a blow to the starting lineup. But I think Cleveland can recover without him in the lineup. Now, Brooklyn on the other side, Derek Whitehead's out with a foot. Give me Cleveland -1, under 219.5. All right, next matchup, Pistons Heat, 7:30 East. Miami's -9, totals 219, and no real shock here. We saw line movement toward Miami in the under. The Heat opened 7.5, up to 9. Total opened 221.5, down to 219 even. And, I have no real reason to back the Pistons in this spot here. Livers, Morris, and Bogdanovich will not be shooting up for him. Plus, you got a hungry Jimmy Butler who never takes a game off from Miami. Absolute grinder. He's coming off a 54% shooting season from the field. Plus, Butler was averaging a couple of steals a game on defense as well. He's just as impactful defensively. Now, injury-wise, Richardson and Highsmith are inactive, although I don't think that will affect Miami too much in this spot here. Give me the Heat -9, under 219. Next ball game, T-Wolves, Raptors. That'll be a 7:30 Eastern tip-off. Toronto's the 1-point favorite at home. Totals 223. Christian Coloco's out for Toronto. New head coach for the 23-24 season as well. They're facing a T-Wolves squad who can score points, and they can play physical in the paint. I like Minnesota in the spot here. No real need to get further into it. Give me the T-Wolves +1, over 223. Next ball game, Thunder, Bulls, 8 o'clock East. Chicago's -1.5 at home. Totals 227 and a hook. Now we saw a 0.5-point move towards Chicago and the under in this one. And I actually disagree with the line move with regards to the total. I think this one should be able to fly over the 227.5. However, on the side, this does feel like a solid spot for Chicago backers. I like the short number. I like their starting 5. Should see some scoring in this one, but I don't think OKC can get enough stops on defense. Give me Chicago -1.5, over 227 and a hook. Next matchup, Pels, Grizzlies, 8 o'clock East. Memphis is the 1-point favorite, totals 224. And we saw all kinds of movement toward the under in this one. Total open 228 all the way down to 224. That is a 4-point move. And it does feel like the markets are reacting to Memphis's injury report. Obviously, John Morant suspended. Won't see him in action. But also, Aldama, Clark, and Adams, they are all out. And it's actually Clark and Adams who are going to be out for quite some time. Adams is actually having season-ending surgery. So their interior definitely going to be affected. Meanwhile, Brandon Clark, he's still recovering from that Achilles tear back in March. No real timetable for his return. Now they're facing a Pels team who's probably going to play some inspired basketball, despite that injury to Alvarado, Murphy, and Marshall. I think what really matters is a healthy Zion, healthy Ingram, and healthy McCollum, because those guys were good for over 20 points a game, respectively, last season in the regular season. I'm also looking for a double-digit rebounding night out of big man Jonas Valanciunas. He averaged over 10 boards a game just last season. Give me the Pels +1 over 224. All right, next matchup, Kings, Jazz, 9 o'clock East. Sacramento's the 1-point favorite. Total's 236. And as big as that total is, that's actually a 5-point shift downward since that line was open. It was originally 241 all the way down to 236. And when it comes to the side, we are looking at a Kings team who can pretty much shoot it lights out from beyond the arc. Wouldn't be surprised if they shot over 40% from three land here tonight. Give me Sacramento -1 over 236. All right, next game, Mavs Spurs, 9:30 p.m. East. Dallas is -4, totals 230. Saw a 3-point move toward the over in this one. And even though we've seen a good amount of tickets on Dallas, I can't really, I'm caught up in it. Like, I can't in good conscience fade Victor Wembanyama here in his professional debut. I don't even know how much minutes he's going to get, but like, this is supposed to be a generational talent. I can't fade Wemby in his debut. He's facing a Mavs team who typically travels poorly. They're also arguably the worst covering team in the NBA over the past couple of seasons. I also don't like the Kyrie dynamic. He's a dark cloud. And, of course, leading scorer Luka Doncic. He's battling a calf injury, officially listed as questionable along with Powell and Hardy. I think the Spurs can compete in the opener here. I think the NBA needs some more enthusiasm behind Wemby as well. They have a lot of it, but man, a Wemby close game in his professional debut, that's good for business. Give me San Antonio +4 over 230. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final game for the video. Blazers Clippers, 10:30 p.m. East. LA's the 9-point favorite, totals 227. Movement toward the Blazers for some reason and the under. And to be frank, I just cannot condone the movement toward the Blazers. Feels like the Clips have all the pieces in place right now. And even though Terrence Mann is out for Los Angeles, looks like Bones Highland should be able to suit up. He's been banged up, but I think he's going to suit up here tonight. And obviously Kawhi and PG, those are winning players. Give me the Clippers -9 under 227. And with that, folks, now it is time for our quick pick recap. Give me the Hawks -3 over 236.5. Pacers -5.5 under 235. Celtics -3 under 223.5. I'm hitting at 70% my last 10 chairman package picks on my premium page. And the good news is I have another chairman package play going off here today in the NBA. The link is in my bio. Give me Houston +4.5 under 221. Cleveland -1 under 219.5. Miami Heat -9 under 219. Minnesota Timberwolves +1 over 223. Chicago Bulls -1.5 over 227 and a hook. New Orleans Pelicans +1 over 224. Sacramento Kings -1 over 236. San Antonio Spurs +4 over 230. With my next and final free pick for the video, give me the Clippers -9 under 227. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. Now, guys, if you do end up getting a membership here today on my premium site, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman membership, it's a full access, all-inclusive package. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast, absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on TikTok. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page at patreon.com/BrockPage.